Hello everyone, my name is Caimei. Now I will introduce my article, Analysis on Motivation of Textile Printing and Dyeing Enterprises to Participate in Carbon Trading in China. The first is the introduction. Textile industry has a large number of enterprises and massive emission source and product. Almost all industries stay in the textile industry chain. Printing and dyeing is with the large greenhouse gas emission. There are limited experience and study of how Chinese textile enterprises adapt to the new and changing carbon market environment. This paper analysis of motivation of Chinese enterprises of textile printing and dyeing to participate in carbon trading and discuss the relationship between current situation and motivation of whole enterprises. The research contributes points of this paper is mainly reflecting a complete the relevant series and benefit the development of carbon trading market. And it fill the gap of limited experience and study of how Chinese textile enterprises adapt to the new and changing carbon market environment. This is framework of the whole article. The first part is the introduction, the second part is the literature reviews, and then is model construction, analysis, conclusion. This is followed by a literature review, which includes 3 sessions, and 3 conclusions can be drawn from the above literature reviews. Scholars define carbon trading mechanism as a system or mechanism to reduce emissions through government's control action and market regulation. Study on the impact of carbon trading on enterprises have focused on production costs and product pricing. The research subjects are mainly selected from large-scale electric power enterprises. The impression of considering the internal factor of enterprising is missing. Next comes the model building section. This study was conducted in Guangdong province, which is large pilot market in China. The main product of textile printing and dyeing enterprises in Guangdong province are cotton, cashmere, wool, cocoon silks, chemical fiber, and further. In order to ensure a broad representation of sample, representative enterprises product this 6 products was left for this study. The next step is data collection. The data for this study were collected through in-depth interviews with 6 textile printing and dyeing companies in Guangdong province. The interview was conducted according to the outline in Table 2. Next comes the coding process. This paper uses quality analysis software and Vivo 11 and refers to content coding analysis to complete the coding process. The following diagram illustrates the coding process. These are graphs of the coding result, including counting result of carbon trading, status, and motivation of textile printing and dyeing enterprises, and the relationship dimension between the current status and motivation of carbon trading. Based on the result of the coding above, construct driving models for Chinese textile printing and dyeing enterprises to participate in carbon trading. Figure 1 shows the driving models of carbon trading for textile printing and dyeing enterprises in China. If the dimensional relationship is strong, it is represented by solid line. If the dimensional relationship is weak, it is represented by dashed line. Next comes the analysis section, starting with the current situation of textile and printing and dyeing enterprises participating in carbon trading, which is divided into two dimensions: participation mode and participation degree. Then is motivation for textile company to participate in carbon trading, which is divided into two dimensions: external factor and internal factor. Then is relationship between the current status and motivation of textile companies' participation in carbon trading. We can draw that both dimensions of carbon trading, internal factors, motivation, and carbon trading status quos are correlative, and internal factors are the most driving force for carbon trading in textile print enterprises. By the way, both dimensions of external factors motivation are associated with the current status of carbon trading, and company participating in carbon trading is partly driven by external factor. Finally, the conclusion section. The current situation of Chinese textile printing and dyeing enterprises' participation in carbon trading can be divided into participation modes and participation degree. The motivation of textile printing and dyeing enterprises to participate in carbon trading is summarized as internal and external factors. Amongst all driving factors, internal factors drive carbon trading of textile enterprises the most, followed by external factors. That's all. Thanks for your listening.